Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you guys aren't new, hello, welcome. My name is Christina, and if you guys are returning family, welcome back. Also, before I go, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell for every time I upload a new video. I only have an hour to get ready. No, I blow dried my hair this morning, so that's done. I already did my skincare. I prepped it. If you guys want a tutorial on it or want to know the products I use, I'll leave it linked down in my description. But I'm just gonna try to do this quickly as possible because I have to leave. And I put on some pimple patches just because this one in particular is so ugly on the bridge of my eyebrows and my nose, and I don't like it, but I can't do much about it. And if I try to, then I'm just gonna scar it even more. So we're just using the Drunk Elephant Goldie. But let's catch up, you guys. Now that we are talking, I wanted to tell y'all how previously I've been seeing a lot of Blackout celebrities during the Met Gala, and I wanted to know, what are your opinions about it? If you were to ask me in particular, I never really follow none of these celebrities after I did my own homework and I started seeing these people for who they really were. It made me not interested. Like, I honestly feel like these people are just people just like you and I, and just because they have a title to their name or they seem famous and stuff, they're really nothing. And a lot of people like idolize these people, and they're not really good people. When God had wrote the 10 Commandments and told Moses to to put it at the mountain and get so that everyone knew what were God's laws, and in those 10 Commandments God speaks about how you should not put no other God before God. But yeah, that's what it says, and a lot of people idolize these people, not knowing that you shouldn't trust man, you shouldn't trust their behavior, you shouldn't trust them for anything, because they're just humans just like us that make mistakes. And honestly, they know what they're doing and they don't care about the people. They only care for themselves. So that's what I wanted to touch base on, because honestly, I'm so tired of these celebrities and the things that they do, and people just always go back and say, oh, and make excuses for them, knowing what they do and their agenda behind it. That now, I don't care. This is going to be a makeup, a rant, or a get ready with me, talking about truth and honesty and things of today that is happening, and what we really need to start waking people up so that they can see these people for who they are and lead them in the right direction with Jesus and not to destruction. I didn't really care too much for the Met Gala when it happened and stuff. I know other people were watching and whatnot. I didn't care until the next day when I seen everyone was just disgusted in them, and seeing the behavior that they were portraying and them mocking basically people that are right now struggling. Like, us Americans are struggling to the point where we can't even afford to buy enough groceries for our children and things like that, because it's expensive. We're giving our money so much to other countries that it's hard for us to even survive in this economy. And not just that, like, there's other countries that are suffering, that don't have homes, that don't have food, don't have water, and are being killed. Like, innocent lives are being killed, and these people decide to get up, spend how much money? I don't even remember how much money. I'll probably just link it right here and show you guys how much these celebrities pay, and probably pay out of our tax dollars for some event, to then go and slap us in the face and say, yeah, this is what we're wearing to show that we don't care. And yeah, you guys are living in poverty while we're over here living that lavish life. How sickening is that? And the fact that I never really, like, I used to watch them, but I never was like that obsessed towards them, is the Kardashians. Like, everybody was so obsessed with them and everything that they do, and the culture vulture thing and whatnot. And it got to a point that I was just like, these people are nothing. Like 2 years ago, she did a campaign with Balenciaga, whatever that name is. I honestly don't care. I already know what the name is behind it, and it's just sad. Like, the fact that you have children yourself and you try to make an excuse and try to fake apologize, saying that you didn't know that these people were this type of person. You knew that they were like that. You knew that because you're in that industry. You know what they do to children. But the fact that you sit there and then try to make excuses for them, it just shows how much sad of a soul you are. And I just personally can't or ever will understand a person like that. Let's talk about how I seen one of these videos and I gave my own opinion, but it was kind of like more truth than is opinion, because there was this one celebrity, I think by the name of Usher. He had made a comment about that he had dressed up, and that he mentioned about that there were like some flowers that are dark and the video, I'll probably show it to you guys, right? Basically just said, you know, some flowers are dark. And I'm over here thinking to myself, like, what flower is dark? Because I never seen no dark garden. All my life I've seen light, beautiful flowers. I never seen a garden that was dark. If you see a garden that's dark, then that's not normal. And the fact that he had on like these brown dark contacts, it really rubbed me off the wrong way, because I'm like, sir, the way you said it makes you look a little bit demonic, if you were to ask me. It's just the way and the form that these people just go, and God shows us and shows his lost sheep the things that these people do, and sometimes they still forgive them and they just ignore the fact of the signs that God shows you what these people are about, and they still don't want to see it. So I understand now why God says what he says in one of his passage, where he literally says, let those that want to hear, let those that want to speak, and for those that hear but don't want to take wisdom, like, those are the ones that's gonna have to go through trouble. And it's sad, because this is why us as Christ followers and believers, we have to continue spreading the word, because God wants to save everybody. He doesn't want nobody to be left behind. He cares so much about everybody and all his babies that he just wants everybody to be living with him internally. The evil that is here, that is on this earth, and the things that is not okay, and the things that we may think it's okay, or what we do, what is not. And now I understand. Like, it took me a while for me to understand that, but I see where God is coming from. So the fact that it's our job to teach people about Jesus is so that they also can be saved and not tortured for the rest of their life. What makes me laugh sometimes is the fact that when God puts it in your face and he shows you who these people are, some people just don't want to accept it, because they're like, no, they're not like that. Like, if they know who they are, like, they know these people. And I guarantee you, like, I've had a few times in my life where there will be like some type of influencer that had a conversation or said something on a podcast saying that, oh, if you want to do this, if you want to do that, there's certain limits that you have to take. And honestly, there shouldn't be no limits that you have to take in order for you to be successful in life. If you have to like embarrass yourself or do something that you never once done before, and it's required for you to do that, and you think that that's gonna make you, or it's gonna make you happy, it's not. It's only temporarily, and then you're gonna realize that you were never happy from the beginning. You think that these rich people are happy, they're miserable. They have no happiness in life, because all they care about is money. They're greedy, care about is doing evil. But in reality, they have no soul in them, because they choose to do what they think is okay, but it's wicked in the eyes of God. And these people will continue doing this stuff, and sometimes it makes me sad when others just buy products from them. I myself mistaken that myself, so I'm not perfect. Like, there's sometimes brands that when had bought things from them, and when I seen the things that they were doing and saying, it brought me to shame on myself, because I was like, wow, I was paying dollars for these people while they're getting paid and they're doing this, especially to children. Like, that's disgusting. Like, I am a mom and it just makes me go crazy. Like, for example, I'm gonna give you an example of someone that I used to buy from, and I stopped. Anastasia Beverly Hills. When they were going with the whole protest about abortion, I seen a post from Anastasia saying that she was going to support abortion. Pro-choice, not pro-life. Took me by surprise, because I didn't expect for a company like herself, her being a mother that she is, and saying that it's okay to murder another life. You get to choose that decision just because you feel like it. Like, no, like, who said that you can just kill a life? That's basically murder. I already had a story, or if you guys want me to talk about a story time, how when my firstborn, I got pregnant, and at the time I didn't know I was pregnant, and these doctors were just telling me their things until it got so bad that I had to go to the hospital to get checked. And then I remember this doctor telling me that the baby was in my fallopian tubes, that they were just gonna give me the pill so that I could take, and then I'll be bleeding for a few days, but I'll be fine. And I remember that day that they gave me that, but I knew in my heart, and I knew that God was telling me that Siani was okay, and that's my oldest. And I just didn't feel right. I didn't feel right taking that pill. So that day, I remember I threw out the pill, and I said, no, I'm not gonna do that, because this doesn't seem right. Like, there's nothing wrong with me. I just didn't know I was pregnant, and I didn't think that I would ever be pregnant, because I had complications when I was young and I got surgery. So with that, I just thought I could never have kids up until, God surprised me, daughter. And when that doctor told me that, basically was like, oh, don't worry about it. Just here's a pill. You do what you want. And especially coming from a guy, like, you would expect for a man to be more understanding, but this doctor didn't care. And the fact that I listened to that, and I was just like, wow, like, you have no heart. Like, you literally wanted me to take this pill so I could murder my child, and then that guilty conscience would have been on me. So anyways, I didn't do it because I didn't feel right. I didn't feel like that was my right as a person, as a human being, to do that. And if I would have taken that pill and took the advice of a man, my beautiful daughter wouldn't be here today. And that's why I know that God is real, and I know that God loves me and loves all of us, because even when we're going through stuff and we may not have that relationship, He never gives up. He never loses hope in us. He's very patient, and He waits. And when that time comes that we're able to realize everything and come to Him, it's such a beautiful thing that no one can take away. Let me tell you, I can rant all day, every day about these things. But just basically to sum it up, celebrities, these people that you look up to or you think that they don't really care about you, they never did. We are peasants to them in their eyes, and they think nothing about us. What we pay out of our pockets, we basically are paying their livelihoods. And what they use for their money half of the time makes no freaking sense. And why they should be spending that much money on unnecessary things, on 3 to 4 cars. I've always never, this one thing I never, could understand. And I would never understand this. I don't care what anybody can tell me, because it doesn't make any sense. How is it that you can have this much amount of money, have 3, 4, 5, 10 cars, but you can't do nothing for your own people, the American people, or go out of your way to help others, especially during a very, very tragic time, what is going on in Gaza? I'm just trying to still figure that one out. because I don't understand it. So my thing is how can these celebrities be so careless and not speak about it? And all they do is expect for us to buy their product, showcase and pretend that they like us, when in reality they don't want nothing to do with us. But when we're dealing with our own issues, our own problems, they're living it up, having a ton of fun, spending, wasting, doing evil stuff. And we're over here struggling to buy groceries, gas, and it's not easy. Like, it hasn't been easy for some American people, and it hurts me, because why would you go out of your way to spend this amount of money to go to a gala and then have the audacity to wear the outfit that you wear to mock us? Like, you're disgusting. I'm just still like in disbelief. Like, that's how I was in the beginning when I didn't know anything and I had to get myself into politics and things like that for me to understand what really was going on. When the movie came out, I forgot the name of it, but it recently came out like maybe a year ago, and this movie like broke my heart because I genuinely can relate and resonate with that movie. It's so many things that in this world, these children that get trafficked, they're being shipped out and sold and things like that. And it's sad because as a mom, like, I wouldn't want no baby, even if they're not even my own child, to suffer or go through those things, because no, like, we have to protect the children. And it's sad because there's so many celebrities, even influencers that I follow, that they have their own lives and whatnot, but they don't say much. I know at least if you can acknowledge it and see what's going on hey, I hear you guys, I know what's going on, and yes, I'm aware of it, and no, I'm not okay with it. If you say those genuine things, like, it makes you a better person. But I honestly feel like at this point, you shouldn't be famous. Trust me, I've went through that. God gave me a beautiful gift that I still to this day have, but I haven't gave it up. Why? Because God was protecting me for a very long time. And to see what goes around in the music industry and the things that these people had to go through just to be famous, I refuse. I would not ever put myself in that situation. I don't care if I'm at my last dime. Like, my dignity and my respect is much more than losing my soul to the enemy. So I'm gonna do my hair with you guys, but basically, like, it's just crazy to me how, like, I really want to have a conversation about this, because it's gotten to the point where sometimes some people make excuses. For example, like the one and only Bad Bunny, like, a lot of y'all be watching him and going to his concert, singing his songs, not realizing what his song is behind it. And he literally did a video like long time ago, which I also used to listen to because I wasn't perfect. I did listen to his music too, and I realized that, like, my parents used to tell me, like, the stuff that you listen to is porqueria. Like, it's not worth listening to those things or going to those people's concerts, because they're basically disrespecting women, they're disrespecting God, they're disrespecting morals. We as the people, sometimes we sing these songs thinking that they're okay when it's not. It took me a while to understand, but now that I see the people who they are, like, you'll get attacked, especially if you're God's children. You're gonna get attacked by the enemy because they don't want you to show truth. They don't want you to tell the truth about what's going on, and type of evil is not acceptable in God's eyes, and the things that they're doing is not right, and they need to turn away from their sins. But of course, there's always going to be those supporters that are going to be like, you're a hater, you this, you that. But we're not. We're only telling you the truth because we care. And although you may hate us, you'll learn that those things are not okay. They're not acceptable in the eyes of God. So seeing that and seeing how they mocked us, I'm glad that they're being blocked. I even myself block them. I still have a long list of other people that I have to do, but I'm at the point where I'm so done with those things. Like, ya yo no quiero estar interesada. Ven lo que está pasando, like what's happening in other countries. Like, it still doesn't make any sense. And Starbucks also has their fault too. And it's not just these celebrities, like it's also like these corporations and businesses that we basically are supporting them and buying their products. And I hate to say it as guilty and as bad as it hurts me, but these brands, like for example, Elf brand here, Aura, Starbucks, like all these brands know what they're doing, and they don't care. They don't care to speak out. They don't care to say, you know what, this is not right. Like, we have to do something. Why? Because they only want to get paid. They care about their money, what's in their pocket. They don't care about the people. When you take time out of your life to truly research what's going on around the world and what's going on in your own city, in your own state, you're gonna learn that a lot of things are being corrupted. It's just nothing's adding up. It doesn't make any sense. Let y'all know that if y'all see what's going on, speak about it, say something, do something about it if you have time, and just stop giving interest to these celebrities. Know that no matter where you go on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, find people that don't have a whole lot of following, and find genuine people that you can relate, that you can support, care, and do things for the community, for the people, so that we can all live and work together as a team instead of dividing. As for me, I'm gonna sign off here. I'll probably come back and we'll have this type of conversation again. I think I'm done for today. I have to head out in like a little bit, so I'll catch up with you guys on my next video. I hope you guys got to enjoy this tutorial. I did do my hair, I think on camera with you guys, but I just put up my hair today because since I had that little situation, I'm trying to like cover it up as much as possible so nobody can notice it, even though it's there, but I have this to cover it, so we good. But yeah, I hope you guys got to enjoy this video, and I know that this was like super quick and crazy right now because I'm just all rambling, and I kind of got a little bit excited because when things like this happen, I have to speak about it. Like, we have our own lives that we have to do. Like, we need to do things for us and help one another and teach others about Jesus. Those things matter. Nothing else matters. All these material things, everything that we see in this earth will not go with us when we leave. So I just hope that you guys can understand that. And yeah, if you guys have any comment, questions, leave them down in the description bar, and let's just share each other love and each other closer to God. I'll leave it off there. Muchos besitos, lo quiero, lo amo.